What's up, guys? Alton here with another video, and I'm just gonna go ahead and get right into this because there's no way to ease myself into it without causing some tension or stirring up some trouble. But I just believe us as black people, as a group collectively, I'm not gonna say that all of us, we have a monolithic type of thinking and we all think the same way and we all are going to come to the same conclusions, especially when it comes to religion or nationality, believing who we are, whatever. We all don't have that same monolithic thinking. But when I say black people, when I use the term us, I'm saying collectively, right, as a ethnic group of people. That being said, we have to stop the madness. And what I mean by that is black people, as a group, as a society, we steal from other religions, other people groups, and we claim it as our own, boldly, aggressively, right? And there was a point in time to where I had that same mentality, to where the black man invented everything. The black man was the first, person on the planet, and after that, everyone else came. I said that same type of thinking, until I came to the real truth, which is the truth in Christ. But I think that us as a people, it seems as if we love stealing from everybody else's culture. And we love to take it and make it our own and push out the people who already have that culture. For instance, there are some black people out there who believe that they are the original Native Americans, despite the fact that there have been people native to this country or to this land, which we call America today. But before America, don't know what the land was called, but there were some people here, right? People call them Indians, they call them Native Americans. Some Native Americans just go by their different tribes, etc. You got some black people who, they don't speak the native language. They don't have the same skin color as those who speak the native language. They don't hold to the same traditions. They don't even know what the traditions are. But when you see them, they look like me. They talk like me. Sound like me. Grew up in some of the same neighborhoods, but somehow they are the original Native Americans. Right? And the Native Americans that you see, or that we're accustomed to seeing, are somehow, they're imposters. It's the same thing that we deal with the Hebrew Israelite movement, right? All of a sudden, the people that's in Israel, that's been living there generation after generation, and they got the receipts, or they have the records to prove that them and their families have been there for generations. All of a sudden, black people in America are the true Hebrews now. Again, don't speak Hebrew, never been to the land, can't trace their lineage back. There's no scientific evidence, no historical evidence, no biblical evidence to even prove that the black person in America is an Israelite, is an ancient Israelite. Like, for instance, if you had a time machine, to them, in their mind, if you had a time machine and you were able to go back in time to ancient Israel, you'll see a bunch of people looking like us walking around there before somehow the European Jews came in and kicked them all out. Same thing with the Nation of Islam. They believe the same thing. Black people were the original Muslims, right? And then somehow these Middle Eastern people went in there and drove them all out. So it seems like that there is a pattern that we have, and it's almost like a cognitive dissonance, and I know that you guys have seen these images, especially like with Egypt. That's the biggest thing, especially in the conscious community, right? Everybody in Egypt was black. They were dark skinned, looking like me, and somehow the Egyptians, the people that you see over there that have who look more Middle Eastern, those people came in sometime, don't know when, they came in and they drove all of the black people out, and that's why they're over there. And I think that us as black people, we really need to stop that, because there is no historical evidence, no scientific evidence to back it up. And the response is always, well, the white people hid it from us. I mean, we live in a day, in an age of information, to where every information is accessible. We live in a day and time now to where if you really wanted to do your research, there are certain places, certain schools and certain organizations that will help you go to these places and check this stuff out for yourself. There are scholars. There are some scholars who are willing to sit down and talk with you. And there are certain people, it costs money to do some of these things, but you have to be intentional about it. So it's not like somebody's trying to hide something from you when you're not taking the initiative to go and find this stuff out yourself. If you're just on the internet Googling stuff, you're going to find what you're looking for. If you're looking to find someone who's going to tell you that everything was created by the black man and then the white man came along sometimes later, roughly 6,000 years ago, and took over the world and started dominating the world, then you're going to find somebody who's going to tell you that, and they're going to make a quick dollar off of you by selling books and merch and whatever, But, this is why the Bible talks about there's going to come a day, and today is the day, or this time period that we live in, where people are falling away from the truth, the one and only truth, and going off into myths. They've been doing it for a minute, but it seems like it's more prominent and prevalent now. Everything was once black people, and now all of a sudden the white folks came in. So you mean to tell me that black people have been on the planet for, and this is what some people say, they'll say upwards around 200,000 years. Everything was good until 6,000 years ago, when the white man crawled out of the Caucasus Mountains, and somehow the white man, living primitively, scraping, scrounging, eating rats and stuff inside of caves, came out and dominated an advanced civilization of black people and scattered them all over the planet. And now black people can't, for some reason, just can't get right. But the Europeans have been taking over the planet. So the original Asian people were black. The original Hispanic people were black. I just think that we us as black folks, we really got to stop that type of thinking, because it really makes you look foolish, especially when you don't have anything to support your claims that every religion, it was invented by a black person. Every ancient monument, great wonder of the world, was some black person that looked like me, big nose, big lips, kinky hair, dark skin complexion, beard. But I think this is one of the problems that I have as a Christian man who is black, is that I'm hearing these things from a lot of these folks, people in the black community. Sometimes I hear from family members, some people that I've been acquainted with, friends, co-workers, things of that nature. And it's like, these are the things that we hear all the time. But the reason why I think we hear so much of this, especially in our community, because you got a lot of people that don't want God. So you got to find a way to write God off. So if you can equate God with the white man, or if you can equate Christianity with the white man and then paint the white man as the devil or the evil one, then therefore you can write off Christianity, and then you can turn around and write off God, and then you'll go fall into all of these myths, things that have zero support historically, biblically, or even scientifically. You know what I'm saying? So that's basically the end of this rant, man. Once again, I really think that we have to stop this. We got to stop this. Everything wasn't created by black men. This world collectively is made with different people of different races and ethnicities, and I'm gonna go ahead and point this out. And the Bible is clear on this. Anyone who does not come to Christ, doesn't matter what your skin color is, black, white, Hispanic, whoever, if you don't come to Christ, you don't submit your life to Christ, then you are destined for hell, an eternity in hell. That's what the Bible says. But no matter what your race or your ethnicity or your creed or whatever, if you find Christ and if you find the truth, which is Christ and His Word, then you are going to spend an eternity in heaven with Him on the new earth under Christ's new kingdom. And that's what we need to strive for as Christians. So anyway, guys, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Do you happen to think that I'm wrong, that the black man didn't create everything? Do you believe that the black man did, in fact, go out, created everything, and all of this is just a smoke screen with history? There's some people out there who are Hebrew Israelites who believe that King James was a black man. Don't know how they came to that conclusion, but if you believe stuff like that is right, let me know what you think in the comment section below. Or do you happen to believe that the black man didn't create all of these things that a lot of people are claiming that he did? And as black people, we need to stop this thinking and stop promoting these myths that the center or the world revolves around black people, and to a lesser degree that salvation comes through black people. So in order for you to be saved, especially if you're a Hebrew Israelite who believes that you have to come to an Israelite, which is a black person, in order to be saved. If you believe that those types of teachings are false, once again, leave me a comment in the comment section below. But as always, like this video, rate it, share it, subscribe, and you guys have a blessed day.